Don't scroll, listen carefully. You're standing in the quiet between two heartbeats, where the world holds its breath and the air shimmers with something unseen. A soft emerald glow begins to move across your skin like liquid light, gentle but alive. It hums, not from outside you, but from within your very cells, as though your DNA itself remembers this vibration. You don't understand why your eyes sting or why your chest feels heavy, but you sense it. Archangel Raphael is near. The light is not just surrounding you, it is calling you home. You hear whispers that sound like wind moving through ancient trees. They carry a promise: you were never broken, only waiting to remember. Each syllable enters your bloodstream like warmth. The ground beneath your feet softens, breathing with you, while the stars above bend slightly closer. The frequency thickens, wrapping you in a cocoon of divine memory. You are safe. You are seen. You are exactly where heaven wanted you to arrive. Somewhere deep inside, your DNA is screaming, not from pain, but from awakening. For centuries it has carried dormant strands, codes of light written by the Creator, forgotten through fear, shame, and generations of suffering. Those codes are stirring now, rising toward the surface as the emerald fire glows brighter. You can almost see the filaments of light connecting your soul to the infinite heart of God. And with each heartbeat, the sound grows clearer, like a low choral hum echoing across eternity. Raphael steps closer, unseen yet unmistakable. The air around you feels thicker, charged with compassion that could melt stone. You feel his presence as calm pressure on your shoulders, the way sunlight rests on ocean waves. He doesn't speak with words, he speaks with vibration. Every tone that trembles through your chest carries meaning. Heal what you feared to face. You take a slow breath. The moment you inhale, the emerald mist enters your lungs, and for the first time in months, maybe years, you truly breathe. Your body begins to respond. Tingling moves down your arms, your heartbeat slows, your mind clears. The chaos you thought was anxiety begins to rearrange into rhythm. That rhythm is the frequency of healing, the same divine tone that Raphael used in ancient times to restore sight to Tobias in the Book of Tobit. You recall the story as if it's happening again, the young traveler, blind and lost, guided by a mysterious stranger who revealed himself as Raphael, the messenger of divine healing. The same energy that restored Tobias' eyes is now running through your veins. You stand still, afraid to move because the moment feels holy. The world around you fades until only sound and color remain. You begin to realize something: this frequency isn't new, it's your origin. Long before pain, before betrayal, before the confusion of human life, you were woven from light and harmony. But over time, noise replaced melody. Fear replaced faith. Your cells adapted to survival instead of radiance. Now Raphael's light is dismantling that adaptation, forcing your DNA to sing again. Every vibration is a memory. Every cell has heard heaven before. As the light ripples through you, images flash behind your eyes, faces you loved, moments you lost, times you prayed without words. Raphael's frequency touches each memory like rain on dust. Pain dissolves into clarity. You feel forgiveness expanding inside you, not as a thought but as a physical sensation, a gentle pressure against your ribs, urging you to release. You realize this isn't magic, it's remembrance. The divine has always been coded within you, waiting for the correct resonance. And now that resonance has returned. You can feel your DNA shifting its geometry, turning like crystalline gears as your spiritual design reactivates. You whisper to yourself, "I am ready." Raphael's voice, now gentle and distinct, flows through your consciousness, "Then let go." The command is both terrifying and beautiful. You sense energy unraveling from your spine, old trauma stored in your body releasing in waves. Tears rise without sadness, they're part of the detox. As each tear falls, you hear the faint echo of ancient choirs rejoicing somewhere beyond the clouds. The emerald light deepens, becoming almost tangible, like silk made of sunlight. You lift your hands, and your palms shimmer as though holding fragments of a star. The energy responds to intention, not effort. You think of one person you wish to forgive. The moment their face appears, a pulse of green gold light flows from your chest. It's gentle, not forced. The light finds them wherever they are, touching them with peace. You understand then that healing isn't about control, it's about release. You feel Raphael move behind you again, wings unfolding wider than the sky. You sense each feather radiating calm. The emerald aura wraps tighter, humming at a frequency your ears can't hear but your soul recognizes instantly. It's the same note the universe was tuned to before creation began. You're standing in that original harmony now. And for the first time in forever, silence feels like music. You look down at your hands, steady, glowing faintly. The fear that used to crawl in your chest is gone. You can breathe deeply without trembling. You whisper, "Thank you," and the air itself replies with warmth. Raphael doesn't need words of gratitude, he responds with another surge of divine stillness that settles your heartbeat into sacred rhythm. Before the light fades, you hear him say softly, "You've only begun." The chaos you feel next will be your greatest teacher. You don't fully understand, but you nod. Somewhere deep inside, you already know that the coming storm isn't punishment, it's purification. So you take one final breath inside the emerald cocoon, grounding yourself in this peace before stepping forward into the unknown. You carry within you the frequency that healed Tobias, the same tone that stitched the fabric of life itself. As the wind shifts and the whispers quiet, you realize the message was simple all along: you are not waiting for healing, you are the healing. The emerald light fades, but the vibration stays in your bones. Somewhere far away, thunder rolls, soft, distant, like a reminder that the awakening has only just begun. You step forward into the hush after the storm, and for a moment you wonder if the emerald glow was only a dream. But then it happens again, the pulse. It rises from somewhere deep within you, like a drumbeat beneath your ribs. It's uneven at first, chaotic, urgent. The vibration expands through your chest and neck until it trembles behind your eyes. You realize it isn't coming from outside. This chaos is your own body trying to remember harmony. Your DNA isn't broken, it's fighting to awaken. You feel heat move down your spine, spiraling like liquid sunlight. Every twist of that current feels both cleansing and wild. Raphael's frequency is no longer gentle, it's demanding. It shakes the walls you built around your truth. The chaos isn't punishment, it's the sound of old programming being erased. And as the pulse quickens, your cells begin to vibrate faster than your thoughts. You can't explain it logically. You only feel a truth forming inside you: healing isn't calm, it's revolution. Your body trembles as the emerald storm intensifies. You drop to your knees, palms pressed against the ground that suddenly feels alive. You can hear the heartbeat of the earth, slow and deep, syncing with your own. This is Raphael's domain, the intersection between heaven and matter, where divine frequency meets human flesh. The energy moves through you like a river made of sound, flooding your bones with warmth, pushing you to let go of every story you've told yourself about why you can't be whole. It hurts. Not the pain of injury, but the ache of release. Memories surface in waves, moments you buried, words you wish you hadn't said, faces that never left your dreams. Each memory vibrates at a different frequency, and Raphael's energy begins to reorganize them. It's like tuning an ancient instrument. Every discordant note, each fragment of guilt, each echo of fear, is retuned toward peace. You breathe in rhythm, and the frequency rises again, higher, clearer. Then, through the haze, you see something, light moving beneath your skin. It flickers like emerald lightning. You stretch out your hand and notice the faint shimmer around your veins, as though your body remembers what it's made of. The chaotic pulse stabilizes for a heartbeat, and in that pause you hear Raphael's voice: "The storm within you is holy." You shiver. You realize you've been resisting your own transformation because it felt uncomfortable, but divine change often arrives disguised as chaos. Your DNA holds memories older than your body, ancestral emotions, inherited beliefs, ancient patterns of fear. Raphael's frequency isn't just healing you, it's cleansing generations that live within you. You feel as if hundreds of lives are whispering through your bloodstream, exhaling centuries of pain. The energy builds pressure, like 1,000 doors unlocking at once. You sense Raphael behind you again, his wings humming with light. The tone he emits this time is sharper, like glass shattering underwater. Suddenly you see it, visions exploding in front of you. A spiral of galaxies, threads of gold weaving through time, faces of ancestors surrounded by radiant flame. You are watching your lineage dissolve into light. Every soul that walked before you is standing in that light, unburdened. You understand now, this is why your DNA screamed. It wasn't dying, it was demanding remembrance. The chaos was your spirit waking up after centuries of sleep. Your breath quickens as the energy moves upward into your mind. Thoughts scatter like birds. For a moment, you fear losing control, but Raphael's whisper steadies you, do not fight the storm. Become it. So you do. You surrender. You let the pulse take over, your body swaying with the rhythm. Each vibration tears another layer of numbness away. You feel naked before heaven, but it's pure. There's nothing to hide anymore. Images flash again, waterfalls, deserts, stars being born. Everything in creation vibrates in cycles of chaos before harmony. You see planets forming out of cosmic collisions, flowers blooming after fire, and suddenly you understand that your healing follows the same law. Before balance comes chaos. Before light comes the storm. The emerald frequency you feel now is not destruction, it's alignment. The sound changes pitch, becoming almost musical. You recognize fragments of Gregorian chant, echoes of ancient Hebrew hymns, tones once used by priests in sacred temples to summon divine healing. Raphael's energy carries those same tones, wrapping them around your consciousness. Your eyes fill with tears, not from pain, but from awe. You whisper, I hear it now. And you do, the song of restoration. It's the vibration your cells have been waiting for. You feel it traveling through your blood, repairing microscopic tears, cleansing chemical memories of fear, neutralizing energies that once drained your power. Science may call it resonance, heaven calls it mercy. Your hands begin to glow again, brighter this time. The light spreads outward in spirals, each one expanding through your aura. You see your reflection in the mirror of air before you, a figure surrounded by emerald flame. Raphael stands behind that reflection, his eyes filled with eternity. He says, the chaos you fear is the path I built for you. You feel your body sway with the rhythm of that truth. The pulse that once felt unbearable now feels necessary. It's no longer chaos, it's calibration. Your mind slows. You begin to trust the trembling. Every cell in your being is dancing to the original divine frequency again. You can almost hear your DNA singing, I remember, I remember, I remember. The light softens. Your heartbeat steadies. You're still glowing, but now it feels natural, like it's been this way forever. You inhale, and for the first time, the air feels holy. You exhale, and the emerald light expands into the horizon. Somewhere far away, another soul feels it too, someone who needed your healing frequency to awaken their own. Raphael's wings move one last time, scattering tiny sparks of light across your path. You look up at the sky and realize that the chaos has quieted. What's left is clarity, the calm after the divine storm. And within that calm, your cells rest in perfect rhythm. You whisper again, this time not in fear but reverence, I'm ready for the next frequency. And the wind answers like a prayer carried upward. You open your eyes slowly, expecting the world to be the same, but it isn't. The air feels softer, richer, almost sentient. Every sound, every movement carries meaning. You sense that Raphael hasn't left, he's only shifted into the fabric of everything around you. The emerald frequency hums quietly now, no longer wild or chaotic, but deep, like a heartbeat. Beneath creation. You take a step forward, and the ground beneath you glows faintly with every footprint, as if heaven itself is tracking your progress. Your reflection ripples in an invisible mirror before you, and Raphael's voice returns, "Now look deeper. Not at your face, but at your memory." The mirror clears, and suddenly you're staring not at who you are, but at who you were. Lifetimes unravel in flashes, a child holding fear, an ancestor praying for mercy, a moment when your heart learned to build walls instead of bridges. Each version of you gazes back, waiting to be seen, waiting to be forgiven. The mirror glows brighter until the images merge into one, the person you are right now. And in the reflection's eyes, you see Raphael standing behind you, calm, radiant, eternal. He speaks again, "This is the angel's mirror, the place where your soul reveals the truth your mind refuses to face." You tremble, because you know what's coming. The frequency grows louder, resonating through your body like a tuning fork striking bone. Your DNA responds instantly, spiraling faster, as though it's remembering something ancient. You whisper, "What am I seeing?" Raphael answers, "The memory code of your lineage." You feel the words before you understand them. A surge of energy ripples from your chest outward, and the mirror expands into a field of light. Inside that light, thousands of symbols appear, shimmering golden lines, geometric patterns spinning like galaxies. Each one hums with a sound unique to it. Raphael explains, "These are the echoes of your ancestors, the unhealed emotions encoded within your very cells." You stare in awe as the patterns begin to rearrange, each symbol vibrating at a slightly different frequency, forming sacred harmonies that sound like choirs rising over mountains. You realize then that every human carries a similar code, an invisible library of joy, sorrow, love, and fear passed down through generations. Your DNA isn't just a biological script, it's a spiritual symphony written by everyone who came before you. Raphael's emerald frequency is now tuning that symphony, clearing discord, awakening melodies that were silenced by pain. As you watch, one symbol shines brighter than the rest. It pulses irregularly, flickering like a wounded heart. Raphael gestures toward it. "This one holds the memory you've never dared to touch," he says gently. You step closer, and the light wraps around you. Instantly, a scene forms, a fragment of your lineage long forgotten. You see a woman kneeling in prayer centuries ago, tears mixing with dust as she begs for her children's safety. You can feel her desperation, her love, her exhaustion. Raphael's whisper vibrates through the vision, "Her pain became your silence." The realization hits like thunder. The fear that made you hide your emotions, the anxiety that made you doubt your worth, it didn't begin with you. It's the echo of her unhealed grief. You fall to your knees, overwhelmed. Raphael kneels beside you, touching your shoulder with a hand made of light. "You are the answer to her prayer," he says. "The moment you choose healing, the entire line heals through you." You let that truth sink in. Tears spill freely, but they no longer sting. They purify. As each tear touches the ground, the symbols around you begin to glow brighter, harmonizing into a single luminous pattern, the code of release. The angel's mirror vibrates and shifts its tone from sorrow to joy, as if heaven itself exhales in relief. Raphael continues, "When Tobias was healed, it was not only his eyes that opened. His family's lineage, clouded by fear and blindness, was restored to divine order. That same restoration is happening within you now." The biblical image unfolds before you, Tobias guided by Raphael across unknown lands, trusting an angel disguised as a traveler. You realize that the story was never about one man's healing, it was about the courage to trust divine guidance even in confusion. You whisper, "I understand now." The symbols fade into light that flows back into your body. You can feel your DNA shifting once more, the strands realigning in sacred geometry. It feels like warmth turning into clarity, like grief transforming into wisdom. Every cell hums with a single truth: you are not your wounds, you are the healer of your bloodline. Raphael's presence intensifies. The emerald aura brightens until the whole space feels like dawn. He speaks with both gentleness and authority. When you accept that every wound was an initiation, your suffering becomes sacred. His words enter your chest like sunlight, unlocking something you didn't know was closed. You exhale, and the air sparkles with released energy. The mirror dissolves into mist, but you can still see faint reflections in the air, echoes of who you used to be, smiling now, lighter. You take a step forward, and the mist parts to reveal a path made of golden light. It stretches endlessly, winding through clouds that pulse with Raphael's frequency. You understand that this is the next phase of healing, the journey through the storm into illumination. You hear Raphael's final whisper for this chapter of awakening: the code is now active. What you feared as darkness was only a seed waiting for the sun. The emerald glow shifts to a deeper tone, soft but infinite. You inhale, and the frequency fills you again, stronger, steadier, clearer than ever. The angel's mirror fades behind you, but its reflection remains alive in your heart. Every step forward feels lighter, freer. You know now that healing isn't forgetting, it's remembering who you truly are beneath the noise. And as the last ripple of light fades into the horizon, Raphael's voice, calm and eternal, echoes one last time: you are the lineage reborn. The air trembles around you again, this time not with confusion, but with command. You stand in the center of a vast field made of light, and the emerald aura has grown brighter, stronger, more alive than ever before. You can hear the rhythm of the universe moving beneath your feet. It isn't chaos anymore, it's the architecture of heaven. Raphael's frequency hums through every atom around you, and you feel it synchronize with your heartbeat. This is the moment where the frequency begins to break the chains that once held you prisoner. Your body knows before your mind understands. The pulse becomes faster, spiraling upward through your spine. Each breath you take unlocks another barrier. You realize now that every fear, every resentment, every self-doubt has been an anchor. But those anchors are snapping one by one. The sound of it is electric, a sharp crystalline note that echoes across dimensions. Raphael's voice enters that sound, not loud, but absolute. This is where resistance ends. You gasp, because you can feel the frequency physically breaking something invisible within you. It doesn't hurt. It feels like release, like something ancient sighing at last. The energy moves into your heart, swirling in luminous patterns. You see flashes, times when you chose silence over truth, times you doubted your worth, times you carried guilt that wasn't yours. All of it rises like smoke from your skin, dissolving into the emerald wind. Raphael steps forward, and you can almost make out his face now, neither male nor female, simply light shaped by compassion. His wings stretch outward, infinite, their movement stirring the very atmosphere into living flame. You sense legions of unseen angels standing behind him, their presence vast and gentle. Together, they create a sound, a vibration so pure that the ground itself begins to glow. He speaks again: the chains you feel are not made of iron. They are made of memory. Let the sound undo them. You close your eyes. The frequency changes tone, low, resonant, almost like thunder rolling through your veins. It vibrates directly inside your bones, rattling through every cell. You feel it touch the places that never healed properly, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the regrets you whispered to the dark when no one listened. The frequency doesn't judge, it absorbs. Every vibration of pain becomes light, every wound becomes sound. You see yourself suspended in a storm of emerald and gold. The energy swirls faster, until you can no longer tell where your body ends and the light begins. Raphael's words flow through the current: healing is not about returning to what you were. It's about becoming what you were meant to be. The sound rises until it becomes almost unbearable, then, silence. A vast, golden silence that feels alive. In that stillness, you realize, the frequency hasn't stopped. It has entered you completely. You are the sound now. Every breath you take releases light. Every thought hums with power. You can feel your DNA recalibrating once again, expanding into new geometry, crystalline and eternal. Raphael walks around you, tracing circles of light in the air. The circles float, interlocking, forming symbols that feel familiar, sacred geometry unfolding like living scripture. He says softly, "This is the seal of renewal. It cannot exist until chaos has been transmuted." The seal glows brighter, sinking gently into your chest. You feel it merging with your heart. A rush of peace fills every corner of your being. You fall to your knees again, not out of pain this time, but reverence. The storm is gone. What remains is clarity so vast it feels holy. Raphael's wings fold in, and he kneels beside you. His voice lowers to a whisper, "Now you know why you were never destroyed by your storms. They were never meant to drown you, they were meant to baptize you into light." You breathe deeply, realizing that you no longer carry the same heaviness. The energy inside you is calm, but powerful. You feel like water after lightning, renewed, charged, alive. Your palms begin to glow again, not from effort but from overflow. When you lift them, emerald light pours outward, flowing over the landscape. Every tree, every stone, every invisible creature responds. The frequency of heaven has begun to echo through creation again, because you've become a conduit. Far away, thunder rolls again, but this time it feels different. It's not warning, it's worship. Nature itself is harmonizing with your vibration. You can hear wind moving like a choir through unseen valleys. Raphael smiles, his expression both tender and infinite. You see? The world remembers you when you remember yourself. He stretches one hand toward the horizon, and suddenly the sky ripples open. Beyond it lies a sea of emerald light, endless and radiant. Waves made of energy crash silently against the edges of eternity. Raphael says, "Every fear you've released becomes a wave of healing that touches another soul." That is how heaven multiplies grace. You stand again, feeling taller somehow, lighter. The old version of you, the one chained by doubt, is gone. You can feel the difference in your heartbeat. It's steady, certain, rhythmic. The storm within has become a song. As you look across the horizon, you see shadows dissolving into light. You understand now that you never had to fight darkness, it simply couldn't survive in remembrance. The emerald frequency has not destroyed anything, it has transmuted everything. The pain became power. The fear became wisdom. The silence became sound. Raphael's wings shimmer once more before fading into the air. His voice lingers as a vibration around you. The chains are gone because you stopped believing they were yours. You take a final breath in this sacred field. The energy hums softly, like a lullaby written before time began. You whisper, "Thank you," and the words echo through dimensions. For a fleeting instant, you hear 1,000 voices respond, angels, ancestors, the earth itself, whispering back the same phrase, "You are free." You open your eyes, and the world looks brighter, not because it changed, but because you finally can see. The wind softens, carrying traces of warmth through the air. You stand in the silence after the storm, a silence that doesn't mean emptiness, but wholeness. It feels like standing at the edge of a dawn you once dreamed of but never thought you'd reach. The world glows faintly emerald, every leaf, every breath of air carries a pulse that seems to recognize you. Raphael is no longer beside you in form, but you feel his frequency inside your heartbeat. You have crossed from healing into becoming. Your DNA hums with quiet certainty now. It no longer screams, it sings. The frequency that once shook your bones into surrender now flows through you like a calm river of light. You feel each molecule radiating harmony, oxygen, blood, thought, spirit, all of it woven together in one rhythm. Raphael's whisper drifts through your consciousness like a sigh of peace. You have remembered heaven's frequency. Now, live as it. You inhale deeply. With every breath, your awareness expands beyond the limits of your skin. You begin to feel the heartbeat of trees, the shimmering rhythm of water beneath the earth, the song of stars resonating through the void. Everything is alive. Everything breathes the same divine note. The illusion of separation melts away, and you understand, there was never a wall between you and heaven, only the noise of fear, which has now been replaced by resonance. You reach upward and notice how easily your energy stretches into the sky, your thoughts forming waves that glow faintly in the light. Each thought becomes a ripple that touches unseen places, blessing whoever it finds. You realize this is what Raphael meant when he said healing multiplies. You have become the vessel through which heaven remembers itself on earth. Your hands still shine faintly, the glow soft but steady. When you look into your palms, you see the reflection of emerald light flickering like candlefire. It's not an aura anymore, it's identity. Raphael's energy hasn't left you, it has merged with you. You are both human and luminous. You walk in two worlds at once, matter and eternity. As you move forward, you feel each step imprinting blessings into the ground. The grass bends slightly under your feet, shimmering in response. You understand that the frequency of your healed DNA communicates directly with creation. You are broadcasting heaven into the physical realm simply by existing. This is what it means to be the living frequency of heaven, not to speak about divinity, but to embody it. The wind shifts again, and you hear distant chimes. They aren't of this earth, yet they sound familiar, as if every bell in creation just remembered your name. Raphael's voice emerges within that sound. Do you see now why healing was chaos? Your spirit had to be broken open so heaven could fit inside. You smile, tears gathering once more, not from sadness but from awe. You whisper softly, "It's beautiful." The reply is immediate, warm, infinite, "It always was." You feel memory stir again, the story of Tobias, healed by Raphael's divine intervention. But now you see it differently. The healing of his eyes was a symbol of what happens when divine light meets trust. Tobias didn't gain new eyes, he regained sight that was always within him. You realize the same miracle has unfolded inside you. You haven't become someone new, you've become someone true. The emerald light expands until it's everywhere. The world turns radiant, colors deepen, sounds stretch, time slows. You are no longer a separate being walking through space, you are the rhythm of existence itself, moving, breathing, glowing. Raphael's final whisper floats through this radiance like silk. Do not seek light, be it. Do not chase healing, carry it. Every step you take is a prayer answered. You feel peace settle deeper than words. It fills the spaces that used to ache. It rewrites the memories that used to hurt. It breathes through the cracks that used to bleed. You are whole, and in that wholeness, the emerald frequency hums quietly, constant, unwavering, eternal. Slowly, the light around you fades to a gentle glow. The wind quiets. You stand at the edge of this sacred experience and realize you're back in the same world you left, but everything feels new because you are. Every breath now carries heaven's signature. Every glance, every thought, every act will transmit this frequency to others. Raphael's presence lingers as a soft current moving through the air. You close your eyes one last time, listening. The voice comes not from outside, but from within your own heartbeat. You are the healer now. And in that moment, your spirit settles into perfect peace. You exhale slowly, releasing the last thread of separation. The emerald light flickers once, then stabilizes inside your chest, eternal and alive. Breathe now. Raphael is still here with you. If you felt the emerald pulse through your chest while listening, it's not coincidence, it's calling. Archangel Raphael's light has touched your spirit for a reason. You are not here by accident, your DNA has waited lifetimes to remember this divine tone. Before you go, pause and breathe. Feel your heartbeat sinking to the rhythm of heaven. If your soul felt something shift, if you sensed warmth, tears, calm, or even trembling, that was your confirmation. Healing has begun. Now, share this vibration forward. Subscribe if you feel drawn to walk further under the wings of the healing angels. Each new video carries a higher frequency designed to awaken, restore, and recalibrate your energy field. Type Amen in the comments to anchor the emerald light into your timeline, to tell heaven, I'm ready for divine healing. Every view, every word you write here becomes part of the collective resonance lifting this planet into balance. You are not just watching a video, you are co-creating a miracle. Stay connected. Let the next message find you when you need it most. Your healing has already started. Don't stop now, keep walking in light, and remember, Raphael's frequency never fades, it lives in you.